In this video, I'm going through the entire alphabet and picking the best Kanye song for each letter. Remember, these are my opinions, and if a song starts with the, it goes in T. But anyway, let's get into it with A, where I have... It was close between this and All of the Lights, but All Falls Down takes it for me because it's basically perfect. Now, of course, next is B, where I have the best song being... Stadium Status. The other song I was really thinking about here is Bound 2, which is also amazing. And I didn't allow Bittersweet Poetry because it's not on streaming, but shout out to you if you know that. Still, Big Brother is a perfect storytelling song to me, so it had to get it. Now let's go on to C, where it's between Can't Tell Me Nothing, Come to Life, and Champion. Any of these songs are valid, but I went for... Yes, I did. So I packed it up and brought it back to the crib. This is such an underrated song that doesn't get the praise it deserves. And in my opinion, it's got one of his best flows ever. But now for D, of course you know it. Just to mess with these drunken hot girls. Nah, I'm joking. You guys know this is one of Kanye's worst songs ever. And the real best song for D is... Yes, I went with Devil in a New Dress, even over Diamonds from Sierra Leone and Dark Fantasy, because you guys should know nothing else can really top that. But now let's move on to the best song for E, which is... Made it to a jam. Now everything I'm not made me everything I am. I want you to think of any other song that starts with E that's better than Everything I Am, and see you can't, so just give up. Anyway, unlike E, F is a very stacked letter, but I picked... This is family business, and this is for the family that can't be with us. You have other songs like Flashing Lights, Father Stretch My Hands, and Follow God, but Family Business is just perfection. And if you don't like it, you might not be real. Now G is even more stacked than F because you have incredible songs like Good Morning, Gone, Ghost Town, Gorgeous, God Is, and Good Life. Out of all these amazing songs though, I went with... I know having this one over Ghost Town is a hot take, but I don't care because I think Gorgeous has some of Kanye's best verses ever. Now let's get on to H, with the best being... Yeah. Do you think about me now? This was really hard to choose over Heard 'Em Say, Hurricane, and of course Hey Mama, but Homecoming is peak Kanye with insane storytelling and great wordplay. Now for I, the best song has to be... And I'm back on my grind. This is literally what you look like if you don't like I Wonder, and it clears every song that starts with I. Anyway, let's get on to J, which is pretty easily... God show me the way because the devil's trying to break me down. This is just unfair because Jesus Walks is literally a perfect song in every area. So let's move on to K, which has to be the weakest letter, where I have... Kids See Ghost Sometimes, Kids See Ghost Sometimes. The title track from Kids See Ghost is really the only decent song here, and I think it's quite overrated. So let's talk about L, because the best song starting with L is... Life of the Party. This pick was so easy because how can you not love that 3 Stacks feature? Anyway, for the best song for M, I have... Don Toliver on this song literally makes you float. It's so psychedelic. And thing is, Mama's Boyfriend would have been the best song here if it got released, but it didn't. So let's go on to N, where I went with... No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. I have No More Parties in LA, and it's a little bit better than Never Let Me Down and New Slaves. Kendrick and Kanye just go crazy, but it's so sad that they only have one song together. Now let's move on to O, where I have... I do think On Sight is very slightly better than Off the Grid and On God, but they're all really on the same level. On Sight has the wildest production on any Kanye song ever, but now it's time for P, where the best song is... Power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Even though you have other amazing songs for P, like Pure Souls and Praise God off Donda, Power takes it because the production with the synths are so incredible. Now Kanye has no song that starts with Q, so let's just go on to R, where the best song has to be... I bet you saw this one coming because Runaway is Kanye's most iconic song ever. I have to mention Roses though, which comes pretty close, but it isn't better than Runaway. So let's move on to S, where the best song is
Knowing I'm in debt, and like my wife said, I still didn't say no.
Saint Pablo is amazing, but I do think it's a bit overrated when people say it's top 1 Kanye. But anyway, scrap the other letters. T is the most stacked one in Kanye's whole discography, and the best song is Here you've got songs like Through the Wire, Touch the Sky, and The Glory, but I've said so much about 2 Words and how it has a perfect Kanye verse, so let's just move on to You, where I have
We on a ultralight beam, we on a ultralight beam.
I love this song, but I feel like it's slightly overrated, only when people say it's one of his best ever, but shout out to Up From the Ashes, cause that doesn't get the love it deserves. Now for V, the best song has to be
Falling, dreaming.
Bro, all I have to say here is I am not choosing Vultures. Violent Crimes is also such an emotional song. Now, Kanye surprisingly has a bunch of songs starting with W, but here I went with
Watch how we roll up and I can't control it, can't hold it, it's so nuts.
This was a pretty simple pick because I love the production and the Nas feature. Moving on, for X, there's only one song, which is
You got a sister-in-law, you a smash, I got 4 of them.
I've literally got nothing to say here because I don't really like this song at all. So let's just move on to Y, which only has 2 songs, but the best one is
Sometimes I scare myself.
Yes, yikes, and it really isn't a debate. But now, since there aren't any songs for Z, that's all. So thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, please subscribe because this took way too long.